Hi, my name's Bridget. This is my submission for the Vulture challenge, going through the testing and everything like that with my very happy to be here candidate, John, who is going to be playing Edward. Alright, so we're going to be starting off today, Edward. Hi, how are you?
Good to hear you.
Good, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So I've gotten your results from your screening and all that sort of thing. So what we're going to do before we get into the workout today is just run through some exercises and things like that. It's just going to be some general aerobic and strength exercises, things that you might have done in school and things like that. I'll go through them as we go though, okay? So the first one on our testing is going to be the Thomas test. Now, have you ever heard of that at all?
No.
Alright, so what I'm going to get you to do is lie down on put your bum on this little chair, lie backwards, alright, bring both your knees in and then bring one leg out. Now the aim is to be able to get the leg that you've extended out all the way back to the ground, alright. If not, that's okay, alright. I'll get you to hold that while I record it. Bring both knees back in and then lower your second leg, alright, for me to judge how how flexible you are through your hips. Alright, so when you're ready, Edward, I'll get you to take a seat and I'll get you to start with your left leg if I can. So bringing both legs up. Thank you. And I'm just going to use my little app on my phone to measure the degrees in which your legs go. Alright, so if you'd like to release your left leg, down. Very good. All right, thank you. And then your right leg, please. Thank you. All right. So, about 150 degrees in your hips for both left and right leg. And I'd say 80 and 115. That's pretty normal. Yeah. All right. Okay, and now what we're going to do is the lying hamstring test, okay? Yeah. So I'll get you to hop off my little stool. We'll use this later for another test that we're going to be doing. All right, so for the lying hamstring test, lie down on a little mat. All right, and we'll start with your right leg, bring that up. You can, and then just bring it as close to you as you can. All right?
Yep.
And your left leg, same thing, all right? So bringing it as close as you can without someone having to push on it, all right? I'll be next to you, gently pushing down to see how far we can get, all right? And the general flexibility through your hamstrings, okay? Yep. Alright, so we'll start with your right leg up. Okay, straighten your knee. Straighten. And, okay, is that about as high as you can go without bending it?
Yep.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you. Alright, let me just come around to the other side. Alright, keeping this knee straight. And that's about as high as this one can go. Yep. That's fantastic. Thank you. Lower it back down. Alright, let me just go record those. If you'd just like to stay there for a second, we'll start the shoulder test, alright? Okay. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to go on to the lying shoulder flexion test, alright? So, that's right, you can stay there. I'll put that next to you here. Basically what we're going to be testing out when you lie down is how close you can get your hands to the ground, alright? And that's going to test out your general shoulder flexibility. We don't want you to just drop your hands down, it's in the shoulders, like how far you can get those down. You'll feel it when you're down there. I'll get you to lie down, pop your arms above your head and then behind your neck. Think about getting your shoulders all the way to your ears. Yep, I'm just going to extend out there and then very nice. Fantastic, thank you. Okay, you can come up. I'm just going to record that. And finally, everyone's favourite is the sit and reach test, alright? So on the orange mat that we've got there, what I'll get you to do, I'll get the tape measure for you in a second. Alright, toes up against, your heels up against the wall. All right, nice straight back, hands out in front of you, one on top of the other.
Yep.
All right, and then reach as far forward as you can. All right. Give me just 1 second before you start that one. All right, thank you. All right, so when you're ready, I'll get you to sit up, put one hand on top of the other. All right, shoulders back. There you go. All right, and then stretch as far forward as you can. 34. Thank you. Okay, so we're now going to go, we've finished our range of movement assessment, and what we're going to jump into now is our muscle strength test, all right? So the muscle strength test that we're going to be doing this afternoon is a push-up test, all right? So basically this tests the strength of your pecs, shoulders and triceps, okay? And I'll just go briefly explain how the exercise is going to work before you get the chance to do it yourself. Alright, basically it's just a test of how many push-ups that you can do consecutively. For the purpose of the exercise, we don't have a cone. We're going to use this plastic container to make sure that your chest hits the plastic container each time for that to count as 1 rep. Okay?
Yep.
So using the orange mat that we have here, we'll put it down for you. Alright, so for yourself as a gentleman, we'll get you to just do the push-ups on your toes, all right? And bending down, getting your chest to hit the container each time, okay? So as many push-ups as you can. There is no time limit, so just do as many as you can without breaking.
Yep.
All right, I'll get you to pop down into the push-up position. All right, and are you ready?
Yep.
All right, you can start. 1, 2, 9. Good job. Okay, that's good. Good job. 8. All right. We got a total of 8. Good job. Perfect. All right, so now what we're going to run through is what's called the Queen's College step test, all right? So using a 16-inch box, or in this case we're going to use this step, which I believe we tested the other day was about 14 inches. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to set a metronome sound on through my laptop, all right, and you're going to step to the sound of the metronome. So I'll play it for a little while before you start so that you can get a feel for the time, okay, and you're going to do that for 3 minutes, all right? So you do it as the steps go, so you hear it go 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. You hear it as you go, okay? So up, down, that's 1, okay? What I'm going to get you to do, once you've done that, is sit down, find your pulse. Do you know where to find your pulse?
No.
Okay, so you find it in your wrist or on your neck, all right? Use your 2 fingers to find it and count, not your thumb, because it's a little heartbeat.
Yep.
All right, so just quickly find your heartbeat for me so that you know where to look once you've done the test. Did you find it? Are you breathing? Let me have a look. Did you find it up here? You might be a little bit high, it's a bit further down. Can you feel it in there?
Yeah.
You found it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Thought I'd take
You scared me. Okay. All right. So for males, it's 89 beats per minute. All right, and once you do that, you're gonna take your heart rate for 15 seconds. You just count how many beats there is. I'll do the timer. All right. All right. Let me just get that ready to go. All right. So I'm just gonna play this for a second so that you can hear it. Okay. So you're comfortable with that? All right, I'm gonna start the timer. All right, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Very good. Keep the time. Good job. You're a minute down, so 2 minutes to go. That's a minute and a half. Good job. You're doing great. You've got just over a minute left. Good job. Left, you can do it. Doing great. 30 seconds. Come on, 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and sit down. All right, stop. What'd you get?
62.
62? Okay. Perfect. I'll enter that in, thank you. So what we do is we take the number that you've given us, all right, and it's different for male and female, and we do a fun little calculation. So it's set at 111.33 for males and 65.81 for females. And we take that figure and times it by the number that you've given us, and then we take the 111.33, take the number that you've given us, and that equals for you 40.77. Okay, fantastic. Great. So you have passed the all those tests with flying colours. Okay, so you've done the cardiovascular test, the muscular strength test, and the range of movement assessment. So what we can do now is jump into a workout. All right. Did you want to have a drink of water before we start? So just a disclaimer, I was filling out as we went Edward's results in the table. So well done. Edward gets a drink of water. I'll bring you over to the gym. Okay. Alright, fantastic. So, we got the letter from your referral, basically outlining that you had an ankle injury not too long ago, that affected the flexibility through your calves and things like that. So we've taken that into account for the program that we've done today for you. So first thing that we're going to do is just a light 200-metre row, alright? So for intensity, what I'm going to ask for while you do your exercises is I'm going to put it on a scale out of 10, alright? So 1 being not moving and 10 being absolutely going flat out. So for the row in the warm-up, if I could get you to go at about 3, alright, because I really want to get your blood pumping and your heart moving, alright, so that we can get you into the workout safely, alright? So for the row, what I'll get you to do is sit down, pop your feet in the little markers here, alright? You can change the size with the little contraptions there, alright? And you just pull the straps to make it tighter around your feet, alright? You just push these little clips on the outside to release them, alright? So you grab hold of the handlebars, sitting up, alright? So push with your legs, back, arms, back, legs, alright? Alright, so for the warm-up, what I'll get you to do, as I say, is maintain about a 3, and we're just going to get you to do a light 200 metres, okay? So, are you ready? So just
Little.
yeah, no, sorry.
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, whenever you're ready, go for it. So just maintaining, as I said, about a 3 so you can start warming up. Alright, that's halfway. Okay, last couple of meters. Okay. Alright, so just pushing the clips out to release them. Alright, I'll get you to come over to the mats. So what I'm going to get you to do, and I'll just demo it for you really quickly, using a TheraBand or a resistance band. If you don't have one, you don't need to do one, alright? What we're going to be doing is putting it at the base of your foot, alright? And very gently, just pointing and flexing, alright? Pointing and flexing. Alright, I want you to really feel the whole movement through the ball of your foot down to your toes, okay? Alright, you should get a nice little stretch through your calf just to start firing that up and getting that ready to exercise. We'll get 5 on your right foot and then swap over and do 5 on your left foot, okay? Carefully. It doesn't have to be that tight, alright? So if you just loosen it a little bit, there you go. All the way through, very nice. Slow it down a little bit when it's releasing. There you go. 3, 4, and last one, 5. Very nice. You need to slow it down when you're releasing it, okay? fantastic. Alright, so the next movement that we're going to be doing is a lunge with a twist, alright? So you basically lunge forward, and I'm going to get you to lunge towards that supporting leg, and then lunge back to open it up, and then stepping forward, and lunge again, so lunging over that front leg, and then lunging to open it up, alright? And I'm going to get you to do spray on each leg. Yep, and up. Yep. 2. Fantastic, and last one on each leg now. Perfect. Okay, and now we're going to do what's called a cat cow. I've never seen an actual cat cow before.
Yes.
This is just what the movement's called. It's got a funny name. Alright, so what you do is you get down on all fours, keeping your shoulders stacked over your wrists, alright?
Yep.
And what you're going to do is push up like you've got a rope on the middle of your back, pulling up, pulling you up through there. And then you're going to do the opposite and poke your bum and your chest out, getting your head all the way up. And that's 1, alright? So nice, slow count on that 1, 2. Okay, so I'll get you to jump down on all fours and start that one for me, please. We're going to do 5. So really pulling through that back, very nice. And then pushing through. Yeah, very good. 2. This is a fantastic activation stretch. 3. And through. Try to keep your supporting arm straight, very nice. 4. And through. And last one. And through. Very nice. Okay, coming up everywhere. Very nice. Okay, so now what we're going to do, last one for our warm up. Okay, is just with the resistance band. Alright, we're going to do what's called the YTWs. Alright, so reach up. We're going to do Y.
Right there in the pole.
It's not going to work. I have the barbell here.
I'm just trying to loop around the pole.
So Y, T, and W. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So Y is above your head, T making the T shape, and the W, your elbows kind of make that W shape. Alright, so I'll get you to gently grab that one. We're going to do 5 of each. 1, yeah, all the way above your head, and then T, so out. All the way, if you can extend your arms. Very good, there you go. And W. Alright, so if you'd like to take a step in, if you found that a little bit difficult, that's fine. So Y above your head, T all the way out, and the W. Alright? Y, T, W. Here you go. Y, you look like a cheerleader. T, W. Last one. Y. Give me a T. Give me a W. Very good, very good. Well done. Alright, I'm gonna take that off. Fantastic. You feeling warm?
Yep.
Ready to go? Do you want to grab a drink before we start the workout?
Yes. So
Alright, fantastic. So, very conscientious of the calf injury that you've got. So we are going to start with some body weight squats. Just put your water up there for you, alright?
yeah.
Hope for to grab it. With these squats though, we're going to use the box as an assistant because I really don't want you to pull through too much through your calf, alright? So just squatting down to the box, and when your bum, when your glutes touch the box, snapping up. Okay, so through there. Alright, what we can do later on as you progress and you don't have as much through your lower calf and your ankle, we'll start to lower this, alright? So that eventually you'll have it so that your bum is going below the hip crease in your squat, alright? So, do you have any questions before you start that one?
No.
No? Okay, so just remembering in your squat to have your legs just a little bit further than hip width apart. Again, it is different for everyone individually. Alright, so have a bit of a play around with that. I'm going to get you to do 5.
Okay.
3, 4. Very nice. And last one, 5. Thank you. For the purpose of the length of the video, it would be 3 sets, but we're just going to do 1 set of each of the exercises, okay? So now that you've done 3 sets with the box, alright, of your squats, what we're going to move on to is our bent over rows, alright? So I've got a barbell and I'll demo it for you. Alright, so this is just our 15 kilo barbell. There is a 20 kilo one there for later on if you feel that you'd like to move up and make it a little bit more difficult. So what I want you to do, the stance is a bit very similar to your squat stance, alright? So feet just further than hip width apart. Very slight bend in your knees, alright? Let the bar drop down, let the weight of it, and have the bar hanging. So you don't want to pull it in too close to you, and you don't want it to have it too far away. Alright, and then from there, really think about squeezing oranges under your armpits and pulling that bar into your sternum. Alright, so it should be just in the middle of your sternum. Okay, so again, what we're going to do is 3 sets of 5, and I want this to be at about a 4 on the intensity level. Okay, alright, so really pacing through the pulling part, alright? And don't just let your arms drop, okay? Really controlling that bar down as you go, alright? So I'm just going to pop the bar in if you can safely pick that one up. Okay, and we're going to do 5. So assuming that position, slight bend in the knees, please. There you go. Shoulders back, squeezing in your lats. Fantastic, alright. And bringing that bar up for 1, 2, 3, very nice, 4, and last one, 5, and you can pop the bar down. Are you okay?
Yep.
Yeah? Do you want to grab a drink of water or anything before we start? Do you need to sit down?
No, I'm good.
You're alright? Alright, fantastic. So right now we're going to move on to some tricep dips, alright? So for the tricep dips, we're going to be using the box today, alright? A lot of different scaling options for this one. So what I'll get you to do is pop your hands on the edge of the box, alright? Keeping your bum nice and close to the box, just going to bend through your triceps, alright? To make it more difficult, if you feel that it's a little bit too easy, you can just step your legs out, alright? But again, keeping your back as close to the box, alright? To keep it, to keep the movement in place, alright? So for this one, we're going to do 3 sets of 5, and I want it as well at about a 4. So the same intensity as what we had the bent over rows, okay?
Alright.
Yeah, that's right, yep. Nice and low, 2, 3, 4, very nice, and coming up, 5. Fantastic, good job. Do you need to grab a drink or anything like that before we move on to the last exercise?
No.
Okay. So finally we're going to do a dead bug, alright? So I'll just quickly demo that one for you. So I'll get you to lie on your back, alright? What you do is you start with your arms in the air and your knees up as well, okay? And you take your left arm and your right leg, so you take your opposite, and at the same time you extend them out. Now you don't let either of them touch the ground, because that turns everything off. You want to keep your core engaged, alright? And then synchronized, bring them back in. So that's 1, alright? And then Same thing with the other ones, and then bringing it back in. All right. So like what we've done with everything else, we don't want it to be snapping it back in. We really want to concentrate on keeping everything tight and doing the movement properly and for the full length of the movement. So nice and nice timing. 1, 2, bringing it, pulling it out and pushing back in. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 sets of 5.
Yep.
Okay. Really keeping that core tight, and I want that one to be about a 5 on the intensity level. So you should definitely feel that going through your core. All right. So move forward just a little bit further down until you hit the rubber. All right. So arms up above and knees out. All right. So we're going to start with your left hand and your right leg. All right. So yeah, and then up 1 and. And up, 2, and 3. Yeah, you're doing really well. Yeah, good job.
This is more of a battle of the mind.
4. Yeah, it's a very. And up, and up. You can do it. Very good. That's enough. All right, and relax. Relax. I know it's a bit like, pat your head and rub your tummy and hop on one foot, but no, you've got it. You just need to take your time. All right, remember to keep your core stable. We don't want any big gaps under your back or anything like that. All right, so that's fantastic. Again, normally I'd get him to do another 2 sets of those, but for the purpose of the length of the video, I'll get you to jump up, Edward. Okay. And we're going to finish with a row, alright? So we're going to, this one's going to be quite high intensity. We're going to do 3 sets of 200 metres, and I want this to be about a 6 or a 7, because this is the last exercise that we're going to do before we jump into our cool down. Alright? So I'll get you to position yourself on the roller and go as hard as you can, knowing that this is the last exercise for the workout. Alright? Just 200 metres. You don't have to go that hard.
We said the last workout.
Yeah. Alright, good job. Hi, Freya. Hi. Alright, let's try and keep that above 25. Now let it slip. There you go. Alright, come on, 100 metres, let it go. Don't let that drop below 25. Oh, add in there the 100 metres if it does. Alright, 40 metres. Steady. 10, come on. Final push. Great job. Great job. Excellent work, Edward. Alright, I'm clipping them at the feet. And carefully coming off your rubber. How'd that feel?
Yeah, good.
Alright, so I'll get you to go for a nice 100-metre walk to start cooling down before you come back in, and we'll do some stretches.
Where's the 100 metres?
I'll just get you to go down to the end of the fence, give that a little tap, and then come back. Good job. Nice work. Alright, how do your legs feel?
Yeah, good.
No, not too tight. Alright, well I'm going to get the first cool down exercise that I want you to do now that you've done that is we're going to do a calf stretch. Just give me a second. Okay. Alright, so ideally I want you to be up against a wall or something that you can push up against for this one. Alright, and really feel like your knees going over your toes, alright? You should feel it nice and low. Don't want to go strongest. Alright, so what we're going to do is to change the position where you feel the stretch, you can either have your heel down, alright, and that's a bit more up the top, but I'd really like you to bend your knee, so both knees are bent, and you should feel a lower down in the muscle, okay? So we're going to do 15 seconds each side. Alright, and 3, 2, 1, swapping over. Can you feel it through the lower calf? 3, 2, 1. Coming up. Alright, so for this one it's going to be about, we're going to try and touch our toes. Would you prefer to do this one standing up or sitting down?
Standing up.
Standing up. Alright, so we're going to stand with our legs together. Alright. Just like what we did in the sit and reach test, I want you to have one hand over the top of the other. Alright, and we're going to, I'll get you to go as far down as you can.
Yep.
I'm going to ask you to breathe on the inhale, and then on the exhale, I want you to push as far down as you can and hold that for 3 seconds. We're going to do that 3 times.
Okay.
Alright, so when you're ready, I'll get you to find it where you believe is the furthest you can go. Breathe in, and then breathe out and push. Okay, and we'll do a second time. Breathe in, breathe out and push. And the third time, breathe in, breathe out and push. Very good, and relax. Relax, good job, good job. Alright, so now what we're going to do is a pec stretch. Alright, so we're going to go, and you can do it up against a wall, but for today we're going to do it up against the rig. Alright, so very gently pushing through here because this is a very tender area. We don't want to cause any injuries. You're going to push through your body through, and you should feel a nice stretch through your pec there, alright? So we're going to do 10 seconds on our right arm, and then come over to the other side, and 10 seconds on our left arm. Alright, when you're ready. Just one arm. Just one arm. Oh. Just the support. Alright, 3, 2, 1, and swapping arms. Three, 2, 1. Very nice. Stretch it out a little bit. Alright, I'm just going to finish it off with a bicep stretch. Alright, so bringing your right arm across your body and using your left arm to grab it. We're going to, again, very gently bring it in, alright, using the right arm that you've got across your body to push against the left arm and the left arm to cause some resistance. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Swapping arms, same thing. Alright, so left arm across using your right arm as a bit of a wall. You want to cause a slight amount of resistance through there. Nothing too painful. Alright, shake it out. We are all done, Edward. Thanks for going through the testing and the workout with me. Did you have any questions for me before we go ahead? Alright, fantastic. So we'll see you next week for your next session.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.